Alright, I think we're live. I'm gonna test out the audio first and just make sure that everything's going. And then we can get started here. Test out the audio first. Okay, looks like everything is good. So, welcome back. If you're watching this, I guess, series of videos. So we are currently on episode 5 now, so we're really starting to get into it, I guess. Today I was thinking about possibly setting up the /me command, but I'm not sure if I want to start with that. Maybe I should work on a little bit more of the core of the plugin to kind of get some things going. But we have to do something. So we have the crew chat command. The other thing that I should look at here is in my notepad file. So I guess the only thing that we cared about with the crew chat command was reload. So we don't really need anything else with that. We could do the channel info. Why don't we do that? That could be a basic command, because really all that's going to do is I've lost my test server documents here. Where is that? That's in development, test server, plugins, crew chat. So we'll edit that. So we have these. In which case we may want to actually start doing some getters and setters for channels so that we can create channels. We can adjust these different variables via the via chat commands or via just commands in general. So I think we should work on that. So for that, I'm wondering if we want to do fanciful. So for skip night, I have fanciful, I don't know the correct pronunciation. Let's call it fanciful. Fanciful. And in there I have all of my messages here in static classes. And some of these have commands that they run. But like other ones here, this is literally just a fanciful message that, you know, doesn't really do much. But I like the idea of having all of my messages in a separate class here. It makes it a little nicer, I guess, a little easier to work with. So how do we want to deal with this? I guess we'll just make a messages class here and kind of work off of that. So before I continue, I would like to take a look here at my POM file, which I do have Fanciful already set up here, so we can start to use that. So would that be a utility, or would that go out here? It's not really a manager or anything, it's just messages. Because with Skip Night, I never really did any sort of organization in that manner. With player activity, messages have their own thing here. Guess we'll make it its own sub thing. Messaging. And then we have it called messages. So let's take a look at that. New Java class, messages, like so. And basically it's gonna be exactly the same. There's no, you know, private messages. It's interesting that it's private. I don't know. We'll keep it the way it is because it seems to work. Return type required. No, because it's a... Oh, they're like that. What? Okay, there we go. Sometimes the ID gets a little odd. And then let's do static fancy message, and we're going to create this message, the configuration reloaded. Config reloaded. It doesn't take any parameters. And from here, we basically just want to do this, but in the fanciful format, which has its own special thing, but let me just write a message. Okay, back to this. So, our fanciful message here. So, what I like to do with these messages is I'll create a comment that just shows what the message does. Now, this one isn't exactly a great one because it doesn't have the color codes. I like to include the color codes as well. It just kind of gives you what it's supposed to look like in case something is wrong. So this one we're going to be doing basically what this says here. So we have gray, dark red, or red, dark green, gray, and white. So I'm gonna pull up my color, Minecraft colors image that I always use. It's usually just the first one on Google. Oh, my back is like, ooh, that felt good. Alright, so green is and 2, gray is and 7, and white is and F or and R, depending on what you're doing. So we're going to start off with and 7 with a bracket, and 2 with crew chat, and 7, close the bracket, and then space and F. Ooh, thanks for the subscribe. I will try to pronounce your name. Lechimaru. I'm very bad with names. Lechimaru. Thank you. That's awesome. Glad you're enjoying the content. And then from there, it's just configuration reloaded. Oop, no cap there. Reloaded, period. Like that. And that's the whole thing. So to do the fancy full message, it's pretty simple. So we're just going to make one statement, and it's going to have a little bit of a, we're going to have a little bit of a long statement. So we're going to kind of separate it out like you'll see I did here. Each thing gets its own line. So we're going to do return new. So we're basically constructing it as we return it, which is, in my opinion, a really sly way to do it. Hey, well, I'm glad I'm inspiring you. I'm not exactly the most skilled programmer when it comes to Bukkit plugins. I mean, Skip Night is one of my main things that I've done, so I'm trying to kind of learn and broadcast it out so maybe other people can kind of learn along with me or watch me struggle. Back to this, so then fancy message, because we're setting up a constructor, and then the first thing that we do is the text. So the first text is literally just a square bracket, and then we're gonna do a return, right? Yeah. No. Yes. After this. Dot color. Sorry for all the switching back and forth between things. Just trying to get this right. And then it's, so this one is gray. Why is that okay. We'll just do chat color dot star. There we go. Because otherwise we have to do chat color dot whatever in every single one of those, and that gets a little annoying. Thank you for the inspiration, man. Glad you're enjoying it. I'm enjoying providing some entertainment as I stumble through this. I'm glad somebody else can enjoy it as well. So then we need the next part, so that is a dot then, and the string is going to be crew chat, like that, and then we need dot color, and that color is dark green. From there, and see, I also have something else that you, if you're interested in Bukkit plugin coding, there is an awesome little extension of which I do not remember where I go to find that. It's called Minecraft Development, I think. I think this is it. And yeah, so basically what that's doing is for certain things, so like the chat colors, it'll put them over in the margin here. You'll notice it a lot more with this. You can really kind of narrow down what color everything is. A lot of the messages have very similar colors. And then also the plugin.yml becomes the little Bukkit symbol, and you can see that this is a Bukkit plugin and stuff like that. It's useful. I like it. And it's free. Why not? From there, we need another dot then, and then this one will just be the closing bracket and a space. And for this, we then have to color it, so dot color gray, whoops, gray, and then from there, we'll do dot then, and this one is going to be configuration reloaded, like so. And is there an exclamation point on it? I'm going to the wrong thing. That would be in here. No, we just have a period. Alright. So, And I mean, it's up here as well. Maybe I just didn't trust myself. From there, what we can do is, actually, that's it. Well, we need the dot color white, like so. And that's it. So we've got our class, or our method, and it's just going to complain that it's never been used, but we're going to use it right now. I'm going to optimize my imports there. So in the crew chat main class here, we're also going to define a private messages like that, and then in our configuration here, so we have crew chat command configuration manager. Where is it's right here. Register commands, and then I'm also going to do register messages, and that's literally just going to be messages equals new messages. Don't think we need has private access. How exactly does this have private access and yet somehow works? How are we declaring that then? Well, it's obviously not being declared in here. Is it being declared in vote somehow? How did I get the messages to show up? That's so strange. There's a start here, which still, the start doesn't actually... It's not neat. How do we get the messages? It's right here. Do we not ever instantiate it? Do we just use it? Oh, I think we just use it. Because the constructor is private, so you can't actually use it. So, is it in here? Am I missing it? I guess you don't have to because it's in the same package. So I guess, do we not register the messages? I guess we don't have to. Because it's sort of just like a universally accepted thing, and all the methods are static. So I don't know. That's not the right thing. Crew chat here. Okay. So, let's see what happens if I go in here and replace this. I'm just gonna make a new thing. Command, so the way that messages works, the way that fanciful messages work, we can actually refer to this. I'm getting messages here. Okay, I will look at that in a little while here. Or maybe I'll look at it now because it's blowing up my phone here. Ooh, a Type R Honda Civic. Fancy. My friend is car spotting, I guess. Okay. back to this. Let's see here. So we have to look at something that gives us a message, and that shows up in the update all on here. So one of these, so messages.whatever.send and then the player. So to implement that here, we literally just do messages dot can I not use my what is it, config reloaded? That's yes it is. What are you talking about? It is totally public. It's just not specified. Happy now? Dot send command sender, like so. Command sender all. So that should do exactly the same thing, but it simplifies it in that we can use that message wherever. Of course, that one's only going to pop up in that one instance, and a lot of these are. But what's nice about this is that it puts all of the messages in one place. So if you need to modify messages, they're all done from here. The other thing that we can do is I don't know if we can do fancy messages to modify things like chat format. You know, like, do you want like certain things? So the way that the fancy message works is that you kind of construct it like this. So like, what if somebody chose to not include this part? So how would I go about constructing a fancy message based on what is given in the console? Like, that's something that's a little above my ability right now, I guess, because I intend to use fancy messages for a lot of stuff and implement some features that normally you wouldn't have with regular chat. So I thought it would be cool if when you hover over somebody's name, maybe you could have like a status message and maybe like some statistic data or something, and then maybe if you click on their name you can message them or something like that. So that's something that I'd like to do, and that I can do with the fancy messages. And the other thing that I'd like to point out is that this is crew chat. This plugin, I don't know if I would ever actually release it to, you know, like the Spigot MC plugins website, because it's kind of so narrowed down for my particular server. I mean, it's not really narrowed down. It's kind of generic. I mean, if it was so narrowed down, I wouldn't even include a configuration or anything. It would just be very basic, but I don't know. We'll think about it. And there's always room for improvement in the future. There's always updates and things of that nature. So not everything is 100%. Apologies for the talking in the background. Got an angry dad, I guess, going on out there. Anyway, so let's continue here. Kind of got off on a tangent there. So we've got our first message down in the messages class, and we've got our command pretty much set. I guess let's take a look at our thing here and see what would be a good thing to continue with. So we've got the concept of, oh yeah, right, sorry. We had said we wanted to try channel info to see the info for a channel. That seems simple enough considering we already have the channel. Where did that go? We already have the channels kind of figured out in the main class, or in the channel class here. We have channels, and then in the I closed the messages. In here we have a channel list in terms of the channel objects. So it is private. I'm thinking that our next command is that, so let's create a new command, and that one will be called chat. Yeah, just chat, right? All of my can I restore previous session still? Oh geez, I just opened a crap ton of tabs on my other screens here. I just wanted to find the same thing I was, yeah, here we go. Okay. Jeez. Yeah, I guess we just have one chat command with a bunch of things on the inside. So new Java class chat command. It's a little similar to the other one, but it should be fine. And basically we're going to copy this a little bit, so we implement command executor here, and then we have to implement the method here, and I don't know, yes, we do need the configuration manager, so I'm going to again import that up here like that, and then so this one we're looking for info and then an optional variable called channel. So in here you can see we have if this is equal to reload, so string 0. The way that I guess I'll explain a bit of what I understand about how commands work. So when the command is fired here, command sender is the player who ran the command, or the console, which is why we also have this line here. The command itself, which is a command object, I'm not sure what is available with that. String S, I also don't exactly know what that is. I think that might just be the whole command string. And then this one is a separation of so it's in a string array of the arguments added after the base command. So with that, string 0 means that I typed crew chat space and then whatever is next is the string 0. So that's the same thing that we're going to look at here. So I'm actually going to copy this if statement and put it in right here above the return false line. Now, did I put an extra space there? I did. I kind of go crazy sometimes with checking for spaces, but or adding extra returns, but I kind of think separating my code out into blocks based on functions and whatnot, like what it's doing, it kind of makes it a little more pleasing to the eye. So right here, what we're going to be doing is info, like that. And this command can be run from console or chat, so we don't have to worry about, or we do have to worry about that, I suppose. And what's supposed to happen within here is we then have to do another if statement to determine what the next command is. So if strings 1, so the second one, dot equals ignore case, and this would be oh, that's okay. So chat info and then just naming a random channel. The only thing about that is that it's possible to do it that way, but I'm thinking it would be a lot simpler if I did chat info channel as part of the command and then add in your channel, because otherwise that means that I would have an ambiguous strings 1 string, which means that it could be looking for so I'm running the chat command, I'm looking for info on a player, name this. I'm looking for info on a channel, name this. So that makes it a lot more explicit as to what the user is requesting. So that way we don't run into any ambiguity? I don't know how to say that properly, issues. I'm really good at pronouncing things, aren't I? 1 second, I'd like my water bottle, which is over here. Believe it or not, there's still ice in here. I filled this up at 6 a.m. this morning. It's a little redundant, 6 a.m. and it is now 9 p.m. So it has been going strong for, so that's 7 hours, wait, no, 6 plus 9, some number, 15 hours. My brain is kind of fried at this point. You have the same bottle, isn't it awesome? I got it for Christmas, and since I've started using it, since the beginning of the year, I have a recycling bin down here for my water bottles, and I used to be like a very avid drinking water bottles all the time, so I would like go down a few times a day and grab a few water bottles, but I was you know, emptying that thing like once a week or so, and now since the beginning of the year it's just about filled, because you know, sometimes I have a water bottle, but I've been using that thing so much that I rarely ever use plastic water bottles anymore, because it's just so much nicer. I don't have to refill it. I refill it like twice a day, and that's it. Like, I'll do it in the morning, then sometimes I'll do it in the afternoon or late in the evening, and then it lasts me all night, and I don't know, it's just awesome. But yeah, I guess I'm saving the environment with my lack of water bottles. I mean, I do recycle them, obviously, but still, it takes energy to recycle things. Oh, I got another picture. Oh my god. Friend sent me a picture of tire on a wheel. It looks like a band. Oh my god. Yeah, I know. Okay, so let's see. Sorry. Getting distracted here by my phone. I really should Awesome. All right, back to this. Let's get back on track here before I go nuts. So the next one is going to be either info or player or channel. So we'll do channel for now. From there, what do we want to do? We want to have a another curly brace come out. So if it's info channel, we then need to take a look at the argument 2, or the string argument 2, and figure out what that is. So for that, we need to iterate through the list of things here, and that we can get from our main class here, in which case we need to look at the channels here. So I don't think we have a way to access the channels outside of this. So I'm going to add another method here called public. It's a public method that will return an array list. Yeah, perfect. I love that it has those kinds of features. IntelliJ is my absolute favorite Java IDE. I used to use Eclipse quite often, but I've gotten so used to the IntelliJ IDE that it has totally revolutionized how I code. I find it a lot nicer. I've really gotten used to using Maven with my projects and GitHub. This one isn't on GitHub yet because I don't have an initial release ready yet. Once this plugin is all released, I'll definitely be putting it up on GitHub, so eventually we'll get to that. So let's continue here. Man, I'm saying a lot. Get channels. So we have our get channels method, and I guess we'll put that up here. Channels equals crew chat dot get instance dot get channels, like that. And it doesn't like that. Oh, why did I say that it returns an array list called oh man, I'm an idiot. Oh, it's an array list. There we go. There is no, that's weird. It tried to import it. There was nothing like that. Anyway, so we need to iterate through that, and to do that we would do for, and this advanced syntax that I'm still getting used to is I believe string. How did I do it here? Oh yeah, we removed that. There was, oh no, it is here. String key channels.get. Okay, so how do we iterate through that? We need to add we have get name, string name, and then channels dot channels is iterable because it's an array list, right? So how do we iterate through it though? And so we want to iterate through channels looking at the name, and I think we should look at how this works. So to do that, we go to the declaration here, or maybe that's not what I wanted. Go to declaration. No, why is that being channel config? We want jump to implementations, type declaration. Yeah. So looking at this, what am I looking at here? This is just an interface. Well then, that's not what I want. I want this particular configuration section. Go to declaration. Yeah, but this is just an interface. How is this gonna help me? No. I can't utilize this. Where is this particular configuration section? Oh, what am I looking at here? The Java plugin class. Oh, why am I looking at that? That's not what I care for. Oh no. Are we having technical difficulties here? Please come back. Or is that just me? Oh, looks like it came back. Apologies if any strange anomalies happened in the video stream. Sometimes my network gets a little fuzzy up here. I have to use this router up in the corner. I can't even tell what I'm looking at. It's like right there. So I have like a network bridge set up, and sometimes it doesn't work very well. Anyway, so I'm still just trying to figure out how this is iterable. Maybe we should look at just how the for loop works. It's a for each loop. So how do we make sure that something is iterable? How to make iterable object. Java. How can I... Okay. Interesting. So we need to go to the channel thing here, the channel class, and add implements iterable. And we have to implement the methods here. Read return wait a minute, I'm an idiot. We don't need to do this. This is the channel class. We need to change, so channels is just an array list, and how to use for each array list. Okay, I think we want channel, and import that. Channels, why? Required object. Well, channels is, how did I, array list, oops, channel. Yay! I think we've got something now. So for each channel in the channels list, we're then going to do if channel dot get name dot equals ignore case strings dot strings 2 then let's make another variable here called something. Thinking if we should put it here or out above. I guess here is fine. Channel can't have that. Requested channel, sure. Then requested channel equals channel. Else requested channel equals null. Like that. So what this is doing is it's looping through all of the channels in the channels array list, which, if you recall, we generated when we read the configuration section for the channels and added them to a channel array list that we then grabbed from the instance of our plugin. In here, what it's doing is it's saying if the channel's name is the same as the argument given in the in our command, then we set this requested channel variable to that channel. That way we have it and we can get info from it afterwards. Otherwise, we're going to just make it a null, and then we're going to check to see if it's null, which I'll implement right now. And that will put here. I guess I'll do that. We'll leave it like that. And then if requested channel if requested channel does not equal, oops, delete, not equal null, we're going to do, whoa, okay, that is not at all what I typed. Curly brace, enter. Oh, because we defined requested channel might not have been initialized. Yes, it was initialized right here. Is that is within the scope. What is it? Oh, I have an idea. Equals null. If we do that, then we don't need this else statement in there. There we go. And then it gets rid of its, yeah, of course it has an empty body. I haven't worked on it yet. Okay, so from there, what we need to do is, we need to determine what it's going to do from here. So we want to do a fancy message, but we need to look at what a channel has in its configuration section. A channel has its name, a nickname, the chat color, and the auto subscribe. So we have 4 different things that we need to look at. And we're going to format this in the messages class, and then I think the best way to handle this is that since the message is dynamic, we have to input some things. So we're going to have public static fancy message, what should I call this one? Channel info, and then for our variables we're going to take in a string. You're taking a bunch of strings. String name, string nickname, string, oops, string color, string auto sus. And then we're going to do, this is going to be a large one. Can we do a return with fanciful? We should be able to, right? Fanciful. Usage. Oh, you know what I just realized? Let me take a look here. In our messages class here, I never do the toJSON string thing. I wonder if that's not needed. I guess it isn't. Okay. Let's see. I just want to see if I do dot new. What do I have have send color, then textual component, text, style, tooltip, command, achievement, format, to old message format. Interesting. Interesting. I guess one way we can find out is if I do \n. Let's see what happens when I do that. I'm just gonna do a return new fancy message place. Sure. So that satisfies that. So what happens when I run this? Now I wonder if this is going to actually let me run. It may be like, oh, restart your game. Hooray! Okay. So cc reload. Oh, I don't have permission. X group mat add crew chat dot reload. cc reload. Oh, cool. Okay, so I can do new lines just like that. That's absolutely wonderful and exactly what I wanted. I thought I was going to have to do some fancy thing to do that. So for this, I wonder if these should be just chat. Yeah, I guess that's fine. So we want and7 open bracket and2 chat and7 close bracket space and f channel. Just trying to think of how to format this. Channel and L percent channel percent and R info I guess we'll do and 2 dash space and f name and then percent name percent. I guess we'll just do name here as well. Then we'll have and 2 dash space and f nickname percent nick percent and 2 dash space and f. So we have nickname chat color percent color, and then and 2 dash space and F auto subscribe, and then percent auto sus and percent, and that should do it for now. And this message is always possible to edit later on if we start to add more variables. Getting more messages here. 1 second. Okay, my phone is dying, so I'll put it on the charger and I'll take a quick drink. Running out of water, I'm gonna have to refill that. Okay, so our first thing here is basically the same thing as this. So I'm actually just going to copy this right here. I'll put I don't need the semicolon yet. So that's exactly the same. And of course, I kind of do some extra tabs there just to keep it a little more organized. So after that, we're gonna do .then, and the text is going to be \n space dash space, and that is going to be .color dark green, and then .then name :space .color white oh wait, we can include that here, can't we? Name plus name. Then \n space dash space .color dark green .then name :space plus nick .color, oh, we don't want that, white because it's an enumeration, then \n space dash space .color dark green then. This is getting very long, but it's really just these like 4 lines. I'm pointing at the screen, you can't see that. It's these lines here. So chat color space colon plus color color That would be cool if we did the color in the color of the color. But I kind of want to keep it nice and neat. Color will be white. Oh, we also forgot a part up here. Then channel space .color white .then name white dot style bold dot then info dot color white dot then, and then this is the \n again dot color dark green, and then dot then. We're almost done. Auto subscribe plus auto sus dot color white, and that should do it. From there, we just need to implement this in our chat command by doing messages dot channel info, and then we're gonna do requested channel dot get name, requested channel dot get nickname, requested channel, this is very long, dot get chat color, but that isn't a string. Get chat color, as far as I am aware, returns a chat color. So we did have a something or other happening. So I think we may just be able to do dot toString, and the last one is requested channel dot get, it is auto subscribe dot toString. Can we do that? Convert boolean to string data. Okay. String dot value of requested channel dot is auto subscribe, like that, and we can just get rid of this. Now this is ugly. We do not want this huge thing here, so what I'm going to do is return on each one of these so that it's a little more natural, I guess, looking. Now another thing that we have to do is we need to do if command sender instance of player, then this goes in here like that, else we just want to do how did we do that in the other one? It was get instance, crew chat dot get instance dot get logger dot info, and the message would just be the same thing. but a little simpler. Channel plus requested channel dot get name plus info n name plus get name plus n dash space. I don't think you can send fanciful messages to the console, so I'm not gonna bother with that. Nickname plus requested channel dot get nickname, whoops, like that, plus backslash n dash chat color plus requested channel dot get chat color dot toString plus backslash n dash space auto start or auto subscribe plus toString dot value of requested channel dot is auto subscribe. So that should work from the console. And then from there, is there anything else we need to do for that? Yes, there is, because if it does equal null, yeah, that's fine, I guess. Else, then we need the same if command sender instance of player we need another message public static fancy message channel not found and then in there we just need string name like that. And then it's gonna be kind of the same thing here. Well, actually, no, it's not. Is it? Do we want to include the chat header for our error message? I guess. Channel name not found. Or maybe we should say doesn't exist. Call this no exist. Sure. So this is a pretty basic one. We're basically just going to take all of this, but right doesn't exist. And that should work. That should be it. And then we just have to take all of these colors and styles and put them like that. Put our semicolon at the end. And then do down here messages dot channel no exist requested channel dot get name dot send. Why is that? May produce a null pointer exception. Oh. Whoops. It wouldn't be that. It would be strings 2 dot send command sender. Else crew chat dot get instance dot get logger dot info channel strings 2 doesn't exist. And then I'll just leave the return false up there. I don't really know what it's supposed to do. We didn't use the configuration manager actually, because we didn't need it. Enter, safe delete, yeah. And then I'll enter again. Make private. And there's only one other. It's not used. Well, yeah, it's not used because I haven't registered it yet. Private chat command, and then chat command equals new chat command get command chat dot set executor chat command. Oh, I put a minus there. Okay, so that should do it. So our first test here is going to be whether or not it compiles if we run into some issue, or not compile, a runtime issue because of, you know, sometimes it does that, like that. So, unenable line 55, which is what we just did. Which is looking back at the a null pointer exception. Why is it a null pointer exception? Oh, because I never put any commands in here for it. Okay, that makes sense. So command, whoops, chat aliases, I guess. Do we want just C? C? I don't think that's a command normally, is it? C? Yeah, so we can use C. Description. Let's literally just need chat. Or crew chat. Chat. Or just chat command. Dot. Usage. I still don't know if I'm doing the usage right. Chat. And right now we just have args. Sure. Let's just do that. Whoops. And then that should be that. And then permission crewchat.info. I guess. Okay, let's try again. No null pointer this time. That's good. So let's see. C info global. Oh. C info channel global. We should do return true down here. Okay, chat color is the only one that's not giving me something. I guess chat color doesn't have a toString method. Chat color dot, but it's right there. ToString can toString. It's literally a method right there. Chat color. Why? I must be doing something wrong then. Let's take a look at this and let's debug it. C info channel global, and then we can step over that, step over that, step over. Oh, am I stepping into things? Yes, I am. Name is global. Global. Get nickname. Nickname is G. Chat color is and F. And that is within the chat color class toString. But variables, requested channel, chat color shows up as that. Strings. Continue. Return control to that. What did it? What's going on here? Oh, where's my console? Terminal? Oh, it's right here. Let's run that command again. Because I want to figure this out. So that's fine. Channel. So I think it's returning something weird when I do that. ToString. It's just like okay, let's see. There's a format code as opposed to a color code. Color code as opposed to a format code. Gets the char value associated with the color. gets the color. Gets the color represented by the specified color code. Translates a string using an alternate color code character into a string that uses internal chat color.colorcode color code character. What? That is a long-winded thing. Translate alternate color codes. What? That's not what we want. Oh, I guess I have to ask the experts, don't I? Let's see. Because otherwise we don't get anything with this. Just get like a blank. Methods inherited from class enum. Chat color. Can I do like dot name? What does that do? Let's see what that does. Because that should get... We don't need this anymore. Let's see what it does. C info channel global. Yay! Okay, okay, so that's good. It'd be nice if these were formatted a little more nicely, I guess. I mean, I guess we could have a format method. Like a text formatter that takes in a word and formats it. What do we have for strings? Dot ends with, let's just look at the Java string. Oops. Okay. So we have a boatload of methods. Looking for like a format thing. We got index of. last index of, length, matches. Region matches, replace. Equals, ignore case. I mean, there's f***ing... Okay. I guess what actually I kind of think we should leave them the way they are, because it kind of like these, nothing's ever, it is just the way it is. So let's just leave it the way it is. So it's running right now and it's working in the console, so the next obvious thing is to check it in game. Now at first I'm not going to have the permission to do it, so if I do chat info channel global, you're gonna see I don't have permission. So if I do pex group mat add crew chat dot for right, I don't like the, let me just see. I feel like it should be crew chat dot info dot use. No, should just be dot info. Dot use. Yeah, that works. Chat dot info dot use. That way, I just want to make sure everything is specific enough, I guess. Just realized this video is now almost 2 hours long. Come on. Am I lagging out? There we go. Okay, so hex group mat add crew chat dot info dot use, and chat info channel global. That didn't work. C info channel global. No? Did I forget something? No. Chat info channel global. So that works there, but it's not working in game somehow. Chat info channel global. What happens if I do this? An internal error occurred. Yeah. Chat info channel test. Channel test doesn't exist. Okay, so that one works. Global. It just returns nothing. Why? Is my message screwed up? Don't think it is. Why is that not working? Channel info requested channel dot get name dot get nickname dot name. Yeah, we didn't change that. Don't know that that would cause the issue unless Fanciful was somehow silently crashing, I guess. Ooh, that's not what I meant to do. Localhost. There we go. Let's see. Let's see. Internal error occurred. Info. Channel global. Oh. I never sent it to the player. .send command sender. That would do it. That would definitely do it. Well, that was simple. I think I got so caught up with making sure all of these were correct that I just never decided to put the, I made the message, I just never sent it. It's like you write a letter, you put it in the envelope, but you just never put it in the mailbox. Chat channel, or whoops, chat info channel global. Ah, perfect. 2 issues. We messed up a space. Well, 1 issue. Like that. That should do it. Let's see what it looks like. Chat info channel global. And it looks like everything is correct. So channel global info, name is global, nickname is G, chat color is white, and auto subscribe is true. So that works, and I don't think there's anything else to do for that, is there? No, I don't think so. So awesome. That is absolutely awesome that we were able to get that done. So that should work for anything. So I think we also have a channel called test1. Yep. And test2. But then if I did test3 stream offline. What? There we go. Still working? Still working. Apologies. There was a bit of a delay there. Alright, well, it looks like we're back. So as I was saying, we can't really implement this command just yet because we need to start handling players as they join the server by auto-subscribing them to channels and things of that nature. So I think next time what we're going to do is tackle that. So for that, that's going to include the join listener. So when a player joins, we need to do some things like figure out what channels they need to be auto-subscribed to, figure out stuff like that. So that is going to probably be the next thing to do, and that should allow us to do this, and then that'll also allow us to do these commands, and then after we do that, we can also set up the broadcast, and from there we can then set up mail/me and player messages like PMs, private messaging, and then the plugin should theoretically be ready to enter prime time, be used in a an actual usable setting. So yeah, for now this is where I think we're going to end it. So to go over what we've done today, we basically implemented the this isn't even the right plugin. Wow, this isn't the right plugin either. Let me grab the right plugin. I'm like scrolling up, like where am I looking? Why is nothing right? So we implemented the chat command plugin to utilize the channel info command. Now actually, there is one more thing that I want to do, and that is that this is going to require a separate permission. And that is really simple. We can just add it right here. Well, no, we should do it below. If command sender dot has permission, crewchat dot info dot or crewchat dot chat dot info dot channel then we can do this. Else, and then we need another message, which would be public static fancy message, no permission, which takes nothing in. And then we need to start this up again. Oh, whoops. Else turn. That doesn't work. Get rid of the else. Just do new fancy message. Sure. Whoops. Return. Sorry, I said I was gonna stop it, and then I went back and did more. I need to see what that message looks like when you don't have permission. Text user group mat remove crewchat.chat.info.use/c. Okay, so we have to copy that. I'm sorry, but you do not have permission to perform this. I'm sorry, but you do not have permission to perform this. Command. Please contact the server administrators if you contact the server administrators if you believe that this is an error. Believe that this is an error. Like that. And then we need to implement that. So this is literally just this part, like that. Dot. Oops. Dot color red. Dot next. Whoops. Dot then. \n space this. Oops. Slash dot color red dot then \n space this dot color dot color red, and that should be that. And then else command sender dot messages dot no permission dot send command sender, and then the same command sender dot has permission crew chat dot chat dot info dot channel dot no permission dot send command sender, like that. So that should do it. What do you mean without an if? There we go. Okay, so that should do it. So we added this entire class here, which mimics the same functionality as this class, as a separate class for the command executor. We've got the on command required method, which it currently only checks for the channel and the info. Otherwise it throws some errors, so we'll have to work on that, but this is still incomplete. We also added this messages class, which aids us in organizing all of our messages for various things. So here we have a no permission message, the channel doesn't exist message, this one's for the channel info message, and a configuration reload message. From there, we added all of what was necessary, which is just these two and this up in our on enable in the main class here. Can optimize our imports there, and we added in the necessary stuff in the plugin.yml file, and that's pretty much it. So thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed or perhaps learned something, and check back in for part 6 soon, where we're going to, as I said, start implementing sort of the core of the plugin that's actually going to handle when a player sends a message and when a player joins and things of that nature. So again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.